for letting me speak tonight. I don't think this is going to be a popular speech based on the way that things have gone today. Mr. Upper.
L-U-F-T-M-A-N.
Yes, I am Brian Luftman. Okay. Yeah, address is Lexington, Kentucky. My office is at 333 East Short Street in Lexington. And yes, I am not from Mercer County. I started a business about 15 years ago, owning farmland in several counties, and Mercer County is one of them. And I've got a lot of friends in Mercer County that do a lot of business here. I farm a lot of farms here, and I'm not a developer. I just wanted to say I live in Fayette County, right? And my kids go to Fayette County schools, and I'm genuinely jealous that this opportunity is not happening in Fayette County instead of Mercer County. I mean that. So, Mr. Upchurch, we've listened to 20 people in a row talking in opposition about this, and not a single person has spoke up or cheered against them. And I would would hope that they would maybe respect.
You're not from here.
Those of you without me.
You don't pay taxes here.
Actually, do you pay taxes here?
I do.
So, yeah, so I do pay taxes here. I own property in Mercer County, and I pay taxes here.
Everyone gets the opportunity to speak, and you do not address him directly.
So please, I mean, it's
Mr.
been
Luftman, it's not direct them either.
all right.
What it does.
All right, fair enough. So, the bottom line is, this is happening because we can't all agree. That everyone is here because I mean, if this was an obvious choice, then why would we have a meeting, right? There's no way everybody's going to agree on this. I think we can all agree on two things. One, that county workers, city employees, teachers are probably all underpaid. I think we can all agree on that in the room. I think we can all also agree that prime farmland is an incredible precious resource, right? I don't think there's any disagreement on any of that. So that's why this is a very difficult conversation and a difficult topic, because some of the numbers that have been uncovered by Bergen Superintendent and the Bergen School District and Mercer County's economic development have been pretty incredible numbers. And so they haven't been brought up much tonight, and that's what I just wanted to bring up, is that if your county workers and your teachers can make enormous pay increases, and the budgets of Mercer County can enormously increase, how can that be just ignored? I just want to say that if the Planning Commission listened to neighbors who were in opposition of every single development of all time, there would never be a development. So that's why you have a difficult conversation. You need to make a decision that's good for the Mercer County as a whole, and listen to take the entire thing into effect. And I really do not, you have a difficult decision to make. So I want you to know that I have been approached about my farm in Bergen for many, many years, from solar developers, from all kinds of other developers, and we've turned them down because we didn't think it was the right thing to do, and we kept it as a farm. I've owned that farm for 10 years. When people started calling about a data center, I didn't know about a data center, just like the rest of you. I did not do this on my own. I didn't get to pick which farm they're calling me on. I've had so many phone calls on that particular property, and I figured out why. There's high tension, power lines that go through the property, and it's in a perfect location near the power plant, and it's big flat farmland that they can develop. So I've had so many phone calls about it, and I started asking the utility, is there enough power there? The answer was yes. And I called a broker, an international or a national broker, asking if this was a legitimate site, and they said yes, and they marketed it, please. And there actually is an opportunity here where a global data center, a tenant, would come in and would be paying a massive amount of property tax to be in this county, because there's a good opportunity for them to put an efficient data center in that spot. We didn't get to pick the place. And so they called us. I reached out to the county officials after I realized that this is a very lucrative site for them, and said, is this something you would consider? And that's what they're doing, and I commend the county officials for doing the research and the work that you're doing to try to see if, yes, there's going to be opposition to this. Yes, there's uncertainty. Yes, development always brings uncertainty and lots of anxiety, right? It always does. But the bottom line is you have to decide, is this a financial an economy boost enough that's worth taking the risk. And that's a very difficult conversation that you guys have to have. But I will tell you, if you put a moratorium on it, and if that's the choice, this is a competitive market, okay? And Oldham County chose to not do it, and so they chose to not compete in the market. And some other county got that data center, and they're not gonna get it. And I would love to hear from the Oldham County teachers, fire department, schools, etc., that didn't get that boost into their budgets. And I would love to know if their teachers feel like well shoot, we missed an opportunity to get our pay increased and to make our facilities better for our kids and our education better. And I understand these are financial issues, and I know there's way more to the story. But the bottom line is, they missed an opportunity. And if Mercer County chooses to put a moratorium on this, these data center developers are probably going to go right across Harrington Lake into Dairy County. For us missing the opportunity, or if it's what you want. The bottom line is, if this county doesn't want it, that's the decision of this
There's
county.
no question and answer from the audience. He's directed at us, and you need to let him have his opportunity to speak, just like you had yours.
And you have seen the numbers, and the decision is yours to see, are these numbers, as amazing as they are, worth it? In my opinion, if this was happening in my county, I would support it even if it was in my backyard. I mean that with my soul. My kids would love to have it. And so, if you don't understand that, I'm sorry. But I would love to have this in my county because my school system would be in better budget and my city would have a better budget. And that's why this is a difficult decision. So I appreciate the county. I appreciate the county leadership for taking the steps to learn about this and to figure out if this is what was right for the county. So thank you.
I just want to note that Bay County schools are under investigation.
Four 55 Moore Lane. First off, I do, in the most sincere way, appreciate Mr. Luftman having the guts to come in and say what he said. Because I wanted to hear